Jai Jinendra. Welcome to Wing Students. Myself Kushi Jain here, presenting with you all with the today's topic, that is atrophic rhinitis. Okay, so what is atrophic rhinitis? Atrophic rhinitis है क्या? What are its function? और atrophic rhinitis is a type of allergy, right? So ये allergy जो होती है नाक के अंदर क्या करती है, क्या नहीं करती है, इसका ट्रीटमेंट हम कैसे करेंगे, what is its pathology? We all see these things. Okay, so first of all, atrophic rhinitis को हम ओजेनिया भी बोलते हैं. Okay, so as you can see here, ओजेनिया, atrophic rhinitis also known as ओजेनिया, क्योंकि ये मोस्ट कॉमन ऑर्गेनिज्म क्लेप्शिला ओजेनी उससे कोज होता है. ठीक है, इसी वजह से इसे ओजेनिया भी बोलते हैं. एंड एज यू कैन सी हियर, ये सब क्या है, लाइक नाक के अंदर इतना सब कुछ, तो ये हम अपनी सब्सिक्वेंट साइंस स्लाइड्स के अंदर पढ़ेंगे कि व्हाट इज एक्चुअली एट्रोफिक राइनाइटिस इज. So coming to definition, it is a chronic inflammatory disease of nose characterized by atrophy of nasal mucosa and turbinates bone. Okay, so ये chronic inflammatory disease है nose की, यानी कि अगर बहुत ज़्यादा inflammation रहा है आपके nose के अंदर तो उसकी वजह से आपकी जो nasal mucosa है उनकी atrophy हो जाएगी, और अगर उनकी एट्रोफी हो गई और साथ के साथ टर्बिनेट्स बोन की, तो उसकी वजह से जो नेजल कैविटी है डेट विल बिकम द रूमी कैविटी एंड फाउल स्मेलिंग क्रस्ट फॉर्मेशन विल बी देयर. Okay, so rhinitis, atrophic rhinitis is a chronic inflammatory disease of nose characterized by atrophy of nasal mucosa and turbination bone. These are two types, primary and secondary. We will deal with the primary atrophic rhinitis mostly here. What are its causes of atrophic rhinitis? कि अब जो atrophic rhinitis है वो आपकी नोज में हो क्यों रहा है, आखिर क्या है causes? So we can learn it by a mnemonic known as hernia. So H stands for hereditary factor, E stands for endocrinal disturbances, R for the racial factors, N for the nutritional deficiencies, I for the infection, and A for the autoimmune causes. Okay, nutritional deficiency is what kind? Any kind of vitamin A, vitamin D or iron deficiency can occur. And endocrinal disturbances are more common in females as compared to males. Okay, so अगर इनमें से कोई भी डिसऑर्डर हुआ, लाइक एनी काइंड ऑफ हेरिडिटरी फैक्टर है, अगर पेरेंट को है तो इट मे बी कि अगर दोनों पेरेंट अफेक्टेड है विद एट्रोफिक राइनाइटिस, क्रॉनिक इन्फ्लामेशन, तो बच्चे को हो सकता है. एंडोक्राइनल डिस्टर्बेंसेस हार्मोनल चेंजेस की वजह से, रेशियल फैक्टर्स लिस्ट है बट वी कैन से या. एंड न्यूट्रिशनल डिफिशियंसी इज मोस्ट कॉमन, मोस्टली द आयरन डिफिशियंसी. Infections, any kind of bacterial infection, as I told you about the Klebsiella pneumoniae, or any kind of other infection which leads to atrophic rhinitis, and some sort of autoimmune diseases leads to atrophic rhinitis. What is its pathology? कि आखिर जो एट्रोफिक राइनाइटिस है अगर वो हमारी नोज में होता है तो उस वक्त हमारी नोज के अंदर होता क्या है एक्चुअली. सो अकर्स टू द एट्रोफी ऑफ द नेजल म्यूकोसा एंड टर्बिनेट्स, एज यू ऑल नो. आफ्टर डेट द मेन थिंग इज द स्क्वेमस मेटाप्लेजिया. क्या होता है जो हमारी नॉर्मल स्क्वेमस मेटाप्लेजिया से, वेन एवर यू आस्क फॉर द स्क्वेमस मेटाप्लेजिया, इट मीन्स कि नॉर्मल जो एपिथेलियम है नोज के इज रिप्लेस्ड बाय द स्ट्रेटिफाइड स्क्वेमस एपिथेलियम. ओके, सो नॉर्मल एपिथेलियम इज व्हाट? यस, सिलेटेड कॉलमनार एपिथेलियम. So this silated columnar epithelium is replaced by stratified squamous epithelium. Atrophy of the seromucinous glands, bloods, vessels and sinusoids, arthritis and periarthritis, endarthritis can also occur. Resorption of nasal turbinates. Okay, so these all are the things which occur during the atrophy of atrophic rhinitis. First of all, squamous metaplasia की जो normal epithelium है वो change हो जाएगी stratified squamous. As you all know, stratified जो silated columnar epithelium है will be like this and there would be cilia presence on it. So after that it will become the flattened stratified squamous one by one on height, like. Okay, after that जो भी आपकी glands है, seromucinous glands, जो vessels हैं आपकी नोज के अंदर, उनके अंदर arthritis हो जाएगा and endarthritis will be there. Resorption of the nasal turbinates. ओके, अगर सीवियर हुआ ये तो जो नेजल टर्बिनेट्स थे, क्योंकि ये आल्सो उनको भी अफेक्ट करता है, तो उनका रिजॉर्प्शन हो जाएगा. व्हाट आर इट्स क्लिनिकल फीचर्स? द पेशेंट कम्स टू अस, दिस नाउन एज, all the clinical features are foul smelling nose, merciful anosmia, nasal obstruction, large crust formation, epistaxis on removal of the crust, pale nasal mucosa, septal perforation and dermatitis of nasal vestibule. ओके, सो जब भी आपके पास पेशेंट आएगा तो उसकी नोज से इतनी फ्रिक्वेंट, इतनी तेज स्मेल आ रही होगी कि यू कांट स्टे विद हिम. ओके, सो जब पेशेंट होगा उसे सोशल आउटकास्ट जो है कह सकते हैं हम, वो लगेगा. एंड इट्स आल्सो नोन एज व्हाट? द मर्सीफुल एनोस्मिया. मर्सीफुल अनोस में क्यों बोला, क्योंकि जो पेशेंट है ही कांट स्मेल दैट थिंग। ओके, जो क्रस्ट का फॉर्मेशन है, क्रस्ट के फॉर्मेशन की वजह से फाउल स्मेल आएगी डिस्चार्ज के साथ। तो ये जो फाउल स्मेल आ रही है उसके नोज से, ये हम लोग जो मतलब उसके आसपास हैं पेशेंट के, दे कैन स्मेल इट, but due to the anosmic condition, due to the hyposmia in the patient, he will not be able to smell. That's why it is also known as merciful anosmia. Okay, after it, what all the things due to nasal obstruction? Nasal obstruction is seen due to the formation of crust, but actually there is a wider nasal cavity. Okay, in spite of wider nasal cavity, there is a formation of crust. Therefore the patient feels the nasal obstruction. On removal of crust, epistaxis. Epistaxis means the nasal bleeding. Okay, so if patient tries to remove his crust by himself or by a surgeon, तो epistaxis nasal bleeding जो है वो होगी. Pale nasal mucosa is seen, and in severe cases, if it is not treated, then septal perforation and dermatitis of the nasal vestibule may also occur. Okay, so these are all the clinical features of the atrophic rhinitis. So as you can see here, this is the crust formation here with the foul smell discharge, you can say, and this is the endoscopic view of the nasal cavity, where you can see these are the nasal septum. This is the inferior turbinate, and yeah, here crust is formed. So you can say a grayish or blackish crust is formed. Here also, here there is a roomy nasal cavity, that is there is a nothing, there is a space between airy nasal cavity is seen in endoscopic view. So what will you do about the treatment part? Then how will you treat the patient of the atrophic rhinitis? So this can be done by the medical as well as the surgical treatment. In the medical treatment, what will we all do is the nasal irrigation and removal of crust by warm alkaline solution, that is known as nasal gouging. ओके, सो नेजल इरिगेशन हम करेंगे, क्रस्ट का रिमूवल करेंगे, किससे? मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली बाय एल्कलाइन सॉल्यूशन से. 25% ग्लूकोज एंड ग्लिसरीन वी कैन आल्सो यूज. Sometimes local antibiotics, estradiol spray can also effective. But we have to remember this, that we should never give the nasal decongestant and antihistaminics to the patient of the atrophic rhinitis, because there is no congestion of the nasal mucosa. Alright, so if we give this to the patient, the crust formation will become the severe, nasal obstruction will become severe, because nasal obstruction patient is saying that yeah मुझे nasal obstruction हो रहा है. तो जो अगर pharmacy पे गया, normal pharmacy dispensary will not do the endoscopy, right? So he will give the nasal decongestant and yeah, you will get relief. But it's not so. It will lead to complications. Okay, so remember this, that nasal decongestant and antihistamines are never be given to the patients of the atrophic rhinitis, क्योंकि नेजल ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन हुआ नहीं, नेजल ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन एक्चुअल में नहीं हुआ है, वो क्रस्ट की वजह से पेशेंट इज फीलिंग अबाउट द नेजल ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन. Now coming to the second part, that is the surgical treatment. What will you do about the surgical treatment? So in case of surgical treatment, we have two operations, right? Young's operation, Young's modify operation. What are these? Both of the nostrils are closed completely just within the nasal vestibule by raising the flaps. Okay, they are opened after 6 months. So in case of Young's operation, what will we do is, जो हमारा नेजल वेस्टिब्यूल है उन दोनों के फ्लैप्स बना करके उन्हें रेस्ट करेंगे और दोनों ही नोस्ट्रल्स को क्लोज कर देंगे. As you can see in the picture, here and here. Okay, here is a ceratoplasty. Okay, so it is not like, yeah, this is, as you can see, this is the Young's operation, is a type of modified Young operation. We will come to this. So in case of Young's operation, we will close both the nasal vestibules part by raising the flaps. Nostrils, both the nostrils are closed by this. Okay, so there would be full closure of this. Why we are doing this? Because जो क्रस्ट है अंदर ही रिग्रेस हो जाए, वो क्रस्ट अपने आप ही अंदर ड्राई जो क्रस्ट हो चुका है वो अंदर ही वेट होकर के, मतलब अगर बाहर से एयर आती रहेगी तो ड्राई और ज़्यादा होगा, है ना? तो वी वांट दैट वो अपने आप से रिग्रेस हो जाए. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी डू द यंग्स ऑपरेशन, and we open this nasal opening this nasal nostrils after the 6 month. And modified Young's operation, nostrils are closed partially to avoid the bilateral nasal obstruction. Okay, so to avoid the bilateral nasal obstruction feeling to the patient, we do this. This is the most frequently used till now. Nostrils are closed partially. In case of Young's operation, are closed completely, whereas in this closed partially. Okay, so this is all about, as you can see here in this picture, there is a atrophy. This is the inferior turbinate. So atrophy of the inferior turbinate is saying crust formation grayish, and here also. So This is all about the chronic inflammatory disease, that is atrophic rhinitis. In case of secondary atrophic rhinitis, what all we see in case of secondary atrophic rhinitis, it will be due to any kind of secondary infection like tuberculosis, leprosy. Okay, so first of all, what are treatment part we will try to treat first the causative organism of the disease, that is if अगर patient को TB है, leprosy है, sarcoidosis है, so अगर ऐसे टाइप की कोई भी chronic granulomatous disease है तो उसकी वजह से atrophic rhinitis हुआ, that is known as secondary atrophic rhinitis. अगर ऐसा है तो हमें patient का पहले जो disease है उसे treat करना है, after that we will try to heal or treat the atrophic rhinitis. So this is all about the atrophic rhinitis. Thank you very much. And please like, share and subscribe to my channel if you like my video, and share as much as you can, cause अगर आप share करते हैं तो ये मेरा confidence और भी बढ़ाएगा. And thank you coming with more interesting videos about the topic. Thank you so much.